From getting into a bathtub full of snack foods to selfies that you should avoid, here are weirdest internet trends that need to stop.
Hey guys, this is American Eye today. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy that video.
Number 16. The cat-bearded women. Is it a wizard? Is it a cat? Is it a bearded cat wizard from another dimension? No one knows for sure, and it certainly will take a few looks in order to tell what's going on here. Cats are certainly no stranger to internet trends, and this likely won't be the last of them. This woman here is disguising her face with a cat, and it can only be funny at least one time before it starts getting just a little bit weird. Number 15. Armpit hair trend. Please, for the love of God, someone show these people how to use a razor. For whatever reason, feminism is linked to unsightly body hair and somehow turned into a political statement. It's just good hygiene, people. We do suppose that people might not want armpit hair in their sandwiches, so maybe they'll stop asking you to make them. But this isn't the way to go about getting equal rights. If it wasn't already unsightly enough, some people have gone as far as dyeing their armpit hair strange colors to attract more attention to their body hair. It just seems like it's crossing the line. At least it makes it easier to determine who's a feminist or not. Number 14. The Fire Challenge. Normal board games are just too boring for you, and you're thinking about doing something a little bit more heated up, you could say? But if you try the Fire Challenge, or don't and say you did. This game normally involves some rubbing alcohol or nail polish remover, some matches, and a person willing to temporarily light themselves on fire. Playing with fire is never recommended, and fire departments, as well as parents, have openly warned people about this. This strange game became popular on YouTube, where people would post videos of themselves lighting themselves on fire and then putting it out. You guys probably don't need a great explanation why not to do this. Number 13. Pokemon Go. In 2006, Pokemon seemingly made a huge comeback when people were walking around aimlessly on their phones trying to catch imaginary creatures to add to their collections. People were trespassing onto private property in order to find Pokemon for this new mobile game. It also led to some crazy incidences. While Pokemon Go and driving already seems dangerous enough, adding alcohol to the mix seems downright fatal. Cops had to deal with more and more people who were guilty of this. In Verona, Wisconsin, a man named Benjamin Shop struck a pole while failing to pay attention to the street curving while drinking alcohol and playing Pokemon Go at 2:35 a.m. Number 12. Bathroom selfies. Hey bae, do you really need to take selfies right now of your Halloween costume at this very moment? This bathroom is slightly occupied. But that's not going to stop this lovely lady from snatching a quick selfie. This is how you know it's gone too far. She knows what she wants, when she wants it, and her boyfriend will not be stunned her style one bit. Bathroom selfies are some of the most common internet trends you'll come across, mostly because it's easy to find mirrors here. It turns out that for the reason selfies became popular here can make them dangerously cringeworthy as well. The mirror sort of gives away the fact that she's in the middle of taking care of some business. If you must resort to a bathroom selfie, just make sure you're the one that's going to be in the bathroom selfie and no one else. Number 11. Snack food tub. Picking up girls on Tinder can require cheesy pickup lines from time to time, but from the looks of this guy's profile, he might be just a little bit too cheesy, hanging out in a bathtub full of Cheetos. So if the Cheetos weren't strange enough for you, you might have not noticed all the details. First of all, he has red nail polish on and a wig. This woman here decided to celebrate her pregnancy by filling up a bathtub full of flaming hot Cheetos, and she started to indulge on the snack food. This has been called the bathtub challenge, and you probably shouldn't try it at home. Other things that have been used for people to bathe in include various rainbow-colored candies, Pepsi, popcorn, and even top ramen. Are people really going to still eat this stuff or what? Just a waste of food. Number 10. Ice cream snag. Who on earth has time for a lousy cone? I'm just snagging the ice cream, and then will proceed to place it all in my mouth with one bite. An internet trend was found known as ice cream snagging. This typically involves someone going through a drive-thru and just snagging the ice cream part and not the cone. As you can probably imagine, things did get a little bit messy. Number 9. Photoshop sharks. Everyone is getting tricked with Photoshop these days, and if you got some skills, you can make a living on the internet. In order for the internet to remain somewhat of an honest place, we need to stop all Photoshop sharks from getting published. It's gone to the point where even National Geographic is getting fooled. The helicopter shark was given an award for the photo of the year, but internet magic got the best of him. Turns out this heroic scene of courage was all a hoax, and it never even happened. Photoshopped sharks have popped up displaying megalodons and swimming around in flooded supermalls. When will the madness end? Enough is enough. Number 8. Candid subway stranger shots. It seems in recent years, people are getting randomly photographed while they're just riding on the subway in various cities across the world. Let's allow some people some privacy occasionally. If they're drunk, at least they're not in an automobile. There have been websites for women, which include candid photos of guys they find attractive in the subway. The guy is judged on his appearance alone, along with a comment from the photographer. This handsome man really has it going on with his perfectly shaped beard and floppy hair. They also commented on his tie and sock combination. Stop acting like a bunch of schoolgirls already. Number 7. The Cinnamon Challenge. Another game here that seems innocent enough is actually worse than it seems, and in some cases can actually be terrifying to witness. We all put cinnamon on some of our favorite desserts and whatnot, but this is entirely different. Participants in the Cinnamon Challenge attempt to swallow a spoonful of cinnamon, which they find out is actually impossible if it's pure cinnamon. If you do choose to take the challenge, just remember to watch out, it's gonna burn. Number 6. Creepypasta. Alright Creepypasta, maybe it's time to step it down a notch. You're getting pretty creepy over here, and you're scaring the children. Kids with antisocial tendencies might lock themselves in their rooms all day reading your stories and think it's reality. Some girl even thought Slenderman was out to get them and stabbed her friend. Slenderman is pretty creepy, and I'm sure not a lot of parents want their 12-year-old daughters reading those things. News companies interviewed a few who work for the site, and they responded that they're not a satanic cult site, but just a literature site. Some people might not take it too seriously, while others might let it take over their lives. While YouTube has restrictions on violence, Creepypasta gets through a loophole and people can tell gruesome stories on their site, barely reminding people it's just a fictional story. Number 5. The Duckface. If it looks like a duck, quacks like a duck, it could be a girl on Instagram. Ladies, let's just try to limit our duckface selfies on your social media accounts. Some females may feel as though this gives them an appearance that they're sassy, sexy, or that they just don't care. In all reality though, it just kinda makes them look like a duckface. Usually when guys see an abundance of duckface photos, you might assume that these ladies might have a snaggletooth going on, or something you don't want us to see. This is really only acceptable if you're a duck. It's not exactly sure where this trend came from, but maybe it's time you just get rid of it. Number 4. Parent public shaming. It's not just millennials who want to get a little bit of internet fame every now and then. Parents also try to get in on the fun, but in one trend, it may be for the wrong reasons. Videos gone viral show some kids getting some tough love from their parents after they get in trouble at school or for various reasons. Who knows if these reasons are even real? The way they show their kids not to do something wrong again is by shaving their heads on camera and posting it onto YouTube. Although it might not seem like a huge punishment in comparison to getting the belt, it might be a little bit humiliating for the kid later on in life if his friends ever come across it. Public humiliation is not the answer. Number 3. Hot dog legs. So we get it, you're on vacation in a tropical location. You worked hard on those thighs for summertime and maybe it's time to show them off a little bit. Girls don't shave their legs for nothing, they shave them so they can post hot dog legs. It gets the name due to the fact that you really couldn't tell the difference between their legs and 2 hot dogs. If anything good has come from this trend, it would be the games online where you can try to guess whether or not they're really hot dogs. You may be surprised how easy it is to get the wrong answer. Put some hot dogs on those legs and maybe everyone will get confused when you post it. If guys try it with pale, hairy white legs, it's not going to fool anyone. Number 2. Dabbing. This trend has very strange origins, but people are probably out there dabbing and having no idea what it means. It's basically supposed to be the cool way to cover your mouth while coughing after hitting something strong. Whatever it's meant to represent, it's gone a little bit out of control, and we even have pandas dabbing in this photo. Sometimes things are funny and cool for a little bit, but the internet needs to know when to just get over it already. Number 1. Top Ramen Challenge. We really hope this next one does not start a trend because it's just downright out of control. A few teens from Seattle decided to pose for some photos with a bowl you wouldn't typically expect to eat soup from. She got a large amount of likes and shares on Twitter, and it blew up for all the wrong reasons. It even looks like it's touching her lips. We imagine her parents are very proud of her and can't wait to share this photo with other family members. They raised themselves a star. Luckily, it appears as though there weren't too many people willing to recreate the stunt, despite the possibility of getting internet famous. She received many strange DMs, which might have seemed kind of aggressive as well. She claims she never actually ate the top ramen, but it's possible she would do it if it got her some likes.